Hello everyone, welcome back to part 4 of Morrigan. Still chapter 1 though. I don't understand what it is they did to me. I mean, they put this thing on my neck, called it a talk, but I read about those. Forget what you've read. Use that knowledge only as a reference. Tam, a talk is what the Morrigan uses against the unseelie. Because you have fairy blood, yours is particularly strong. The iron in it won't kill you immediately, like it would Owen or myself. For you, it lingers, keeps you in a foggy state, not living, not dying, in constant pain, willing to do anything the one who places it on you wants you to do. Tam rotated his coffee cup on the table. You just said a whole bunch of stuff that didn't make sense. Not to me. When you say the Morrigan, you mean the exact one. Yes. That you've read about in your books. She's been the queen of a fairy for several hundred years now, but only in the past 100 or so was she able to gain control of the unseelie court. Why? If they're not evil, like you say in Just Hybrids, why try to control them? Why come after me? Just because I'm a half-breed? Boggs moved his mug out of the way. There's several answers here, and you're going to have to listen carefully. I wasn't kidding about the time issue. About a century ago, the Morrigan had a dream. Now, she doesn't dream often these days. So when she does, she's convinced herself they're prophetic. Do the rest of us believe it? He shrugged. I think she's mad, but the danger is she believes it. And in that dream, an unseelie defeated her, unseated her from the throne, absolutely stripped her of every power. That's why she's gone out of her way to destroy and enslave the unseelie. The problem with that plan is the Faery are, by nature, a very lascivious lot. We like to breed. Tam snorted. Which is why I'm alive. I remember the spell I mentioned? The one that keeps people from seeing things. Spirits, fairies, all those things that worked their way into culture and myth and legend. Now, this also made it harder for the Morrigan to find unseelie, like you. She has to know you exist to look for you. And she knows I exist. Why does she know this? We're not sure who told her, but she's particularly invested in you because you're a leprechaun. Tam rubbed his chin and noticed it was smooth. There was no growth whatsoever from 5 days. I'm not following. I never thought or read of the leprechaun being that important to the fairy world. Of course not, and we'd like to keep it that way. Tam, we're descendants of the Tuatha de Danann. We have power and abilities the Morrigan doesn't. We also, well, let's say we're mortal enemies. He pointed at Tam, and you have something no the leprechaun still possesses. She wants it. What? A pot of gold. He laughed, and then stopped when he noticed Boggs wasn't laughing. Oh, crap. Are you serious? I have a pot of gold. Ugh. Think with your heart, not what you learned. What is it that leprechauns possess that no other myth does, besides the pot of gold? You had to think hard on that. Really hard, actually, since he'd never really given leprechauns much attention in any of his studies. He'd always been more interested in the families and the kings and queens of Ireland, the mythic fights, and land grabs that, until 5 days ago, he believed had been turned into myth and legend. Tam thought back to the basement, the trolls demanding he make it shift. They thought his bothering was something important. It's not my drum. No, but your drum is part of your particular heritage. Your mother made it. Yes, I thought so. It feels like her. And don't worry, it's safe. We put it away. That was a relief. They said, Tam pointed to the table, they wanted me to give it to them. I had to make the bothering shift into it. But honestly, I had no idea what they were talking about. Ah, Bog slowly nodded. They believed your drum was your Shillelagh. Or you can just call it your Shillelagh. Tam did a double take. They want my Shillelagh? They think I have a walking stick? Oh, Tam, it's no mere walking stick. There was a time before the Morrigan when the leprechaun ruled the Elves. Even the Doyen Sihi paid homage to us and called upon the magic of the Shillelaghs to smite their enemies. It gave Tam a crooked smile. The Morrigan stole all of the Shillelaghs in the fairy realms. Tam sent her crows all over, and like the thieves they are, they took them. They robbed us of our power. Our gold turned to lead, and any influence over the land waned. You're saying I have a Shillelagh. I'm saying you have the last Shillelagh, and the Morrigan wants it. We have to find it before she finds you, or your hope of survival and ours. It's gone. It's lost. There is none if we do not accomplish the task. That is the end of this part, guys, part 4. And it's also the end to the chapter. So when we come back, we're also adding on to the next chapter in the Morrigan. Thank you for listening and many blessings.